hate me for telling you this. Most people are going to miss the biggest shift in generational wealth in history. You will not ever get this chance again, and this is a shift from tactical to industrial Web 2.0 to Web 3.0, and now this is extremely important, as everybody looks away and focus on the FTX collapse where it's all over the news. They're trying to make people believe that crypto as a whole is a scam. There's a big difference between crypto and blockchain. Now hear me out. They're pushing this whole FTX collapse thing all over the media, because they're trying to make you believe that crypto is a scam, and if you invest in crypto you will lose your money. But blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, on-demand liquidity, ChatGPT, AI, gas, solar, wind, are literally the future of our economy. Now if you're watching this far, I'm gonna share with you the new 1%, so the old paradigm is gas, oil, and the new 1% will be data, software, information and attention. So here's what's happening behind the scenes as you look at the problem, reaction and the solution. Look at the Project M Bridge. The central banks have been working on this since 2017 to connect economies' trough CBDCs, which are central bank digital currencies, and while you are distracted, they're planning to switch over the current monetary system over to blockchain technology. However, there are hundreds of central banks and they're gonna need a bridge of liquidity for all these CBDCs.
They will need a bridge of liquidity for all these CBDCs, and maybe XRP can do that. It definitely provides the value and definitely has been designed for that. Welcome back to another video, guys. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate all the support on the channel. It's been doing great recently, so I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate that. Bank of America and Ripple. I say, out of speculation, maybe this is why Warren Buffett is so bullish on Bank of America. As you may not know, Bank of America, 12% of their shares are held by Berkshire Hathaway. And I speculated upon this in my last video. Why is Berkshire Hathaway buying up Bank of America's stock? All right, 12% of a stock is major ownership. Not many people own over 10% of a stock. It's usually Vanguard. What's the other big company? BlackRock, right? However, Bank of America, 12% is owned by Berkshire Hathaway. I don't think that's something to totally disregard. A clip here from Gary Gensler, tweeted this out 15 hours ago, and if you guys do use Twitter, I have it at the bottom of this video or in the video description below, but anytime Gary Gensler opens his mouth, even if it's nonsense, I think it's important we know what's going on.
You've been criticized by some for regulating the crypto industry by enforcement policy rather than by proposing rules. Why have you to date been reluctant to propose new rules to govern crypto?
It's pretty straightforward. There already are rules. They're called the securities laws and the securities rules. There's nothing incompatible about crypto and the current securities laws. So I think that really the goal of this agency is to bring this field into compliance. And why do we have that goal? It's so investors get the time-tested protections of our securities laws. And so
the whole purpose of everything Gary is doing, guys, is to protect you, the investor, right? Is that honestly how any of us feel? People have their XRP trapped on Coinbase and these other exchanges that delisted it. Not only that, but when the lawsuit was announced, the price had a very big correction. Doesn't really seem like you're protecting investors. There's so many scams on YouTube, so many rug pulls and NFTs and these meme dog coins. And yet he's going against one of the most legitimate cryptocurrency companies in the space and almost threatening them to move out of the United States. It doesn't make any sense. The 43rd treasurer of the United States, Rosie Rios, is on the board of Ripple. Yet out of all the projects you could go after, Ripple had to be the one. Now, if you want to speculate and go down a rabbit hole, maybe that's so that Ripple can go to the Supreme Court and create a new precedent. Not saying that's going to happen, but I would like to see that. If it does go to trial, I could see it going to the Supreme Court, and maybe the Howey test from 1940, which I poke fun at. I say there's nothing incompatible with using a securities law from 1940. That's the Howey test. And it regards orange farms. How are you going to use that to analyze blockchain technology? So maybe in this future digitized world, we will see the Ripple test as the new precedent. Speaking of Ripple, if you guys need an exchange to buy XRP or Flare or other digital assets, I recommend Uphold. It's sleek, it's simple, and it's secure, and it's where I buy my XRP and Flare every single day. A link to Uphold in the video description below. And if you want $41 guaranteed for free, sign up with Webull, deposit 1 penny. You can get up to 3,000 in free stocks. Typically, you're just going to get $40 to $300, but it's a great offer just for signing up, depositing 1 penny. You're guaranteed $41 in minimum stock value. A link to Webull in the video description below. So Crypto Lulu retweeted this, and someone basically made a thread, and they said 10 things in the XRP community needs to get right. And CTO of Ripple, David Schwartz, responded, all of these are true. So let's go through these. Number 1, XRP can't be pegged to gold, silver, or anything else. You see this clickbaited a lot on YouTube, XRP backed by gold. Well, you heard it here first from the Chief Technology Officer, not possible. 2, XRP can't magically just become a stablecoin. 3, stablecoins issued on the XRPL are not XRP. 4, the XRP ledger requires electricity to operate. Of course it does, but compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's very, very small. 5, XRP can only exist on the XRP ledger. If it's on other blockchains, it is an IOU. 6, XRP has nothing to do with ISO 222. That's kind of interesting to me because it is ISO 222, that's a mouthful, compliant, right? So if it has nothing to do with ISO 222, then how did it get ISO compliant? And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if it's not ISO 222 compliant, but I'm pretty sure it is. 7, Interledger does not require XRP. 8, all the money in the world will not run across the XRP ledger. 9, the US government is not going to buy back your XRP. We also see this clickbait a lot. And 10, RippleNet is totally different from the XRP ledger. XRP ledger is where tokenization can happen and XRP can be used to, transfer value. RippleNet is the real-time data settlement software that hundreds of banks already use. And this is a big thing that people dog on XRP and Ripple for, saying banks don't use your product. And that's true right now. A lot of banks use RippleNet, hundreds of them do, and that product does not require XRP. The on-demand liquidity product, which is called XRapid, does use XRP. But you got to think, a bank that has hundreds of lawyers, like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan, their legal departments are not going to advise them to ever use something like XRP when there's no regulatory clarity around it, because that could expose them to a lawsuit. Now, obviously, there's a lot of value. It saves these banks time and money, but until there's regulatory clarity, the banks can't have the green light to start using these products. And now for a great clip here from Mr. Man XRP. This guy is a senior project manager at Ripple, and he talks about Interledger Protocol. Take a listen.
Hey, Evan, how are you? John Whelan is my name. I'm with Banco Santander in Madrid.
I dropped the beat.
I will. Question for you. Okay, so we talk about money moving across the different ledgers, but in reality, it's not really money yet. It's actually ownership of balances that changes. And in order to facilitate the transactions, the market makers, the connectors, I guess, need to provide liquidity via pre-funding. And at some point, as payments flow across the network, liquidity on one side or the other side runs out. So we run into the traditional settlement problem that we experience, I think, in all of the existing cryptocurrency platforms.
He's describing Nostro and Vostro accounts. You can't send money instantly. You're basically sending an IOU until the payment clears. There is a settlement problem between global banks. They're still using Swift rails, which goes back to like the 50s and 60s. Think about every industry, how it's been totally revolutionized by technology, and yet we're still using the same transfer payment for big banks that we've been using since the 50s. Doesn't make any sense. Guys, I just found this while I was making the video. Check this out. This guy has 1 million YouTube subscribers, one of the biggest in the crypto space. And look what he says. He says, had dinner with a fund manager. Hearing it from their perspective, it has to become really difficult to raise cash. The funds, these hedge funds, cannot get banked. What are they going to do? Store their cash in a mattress? Can't take US funds. They are really concerned about liquidity in the market. What is the bread and butter of XRP and Ripple's on-demand liquidity product? I've said it in many videos before. We're in a liquidity crisis, and that gives XRP that much more value, and it makes that much little sense why the SEC is regulating Ripple basically out of the country by enforcement. If you guys made it to the end of the video, comment liquidity in the comment section below so I know you watched the full video. When you watch the full video, it's the best way to support the channel and or hit the like button, but thank you guys in advance just generally for supporting the channel. Every time a video does well, or every time I just read a positive comment, it motivates me to go harder. So thank you guys in advance. God bless you. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the video description below. And I got a lot more videos coming today. Until next time.